Hey everyone, I'm Pion and welcome to Element Space. What is Element Space, you ask? I like to call it a turn-based tactics space opera role-playing game. It entered Steam Early Access about a month ago and is supposed to fully release in the first quarter of next year, and this is what it looks like. So, in very broad terms, this game is a mix of Mass Effect and XCOM. The core mechanics are actually pretty different to the ones you find in those two games, but it shares a lot of ideas with them. So it's a role-playing game with a big space opera story. You're like this small group of people or of heroes who save the galaxy from an ominous group called the Tempest, and you're doing various missions all over the galaxy. However, very different to in Mass Effect, the combat system is this turn-based tactics squad kind of thing, like an XCOM. The mechanics, as I said, are not quite the same, but the ideas are definitely there. So this is the combat feels very XCOM-y, however the mechanics differ, and the overall gameplay, however, is very Mass Effect-y. So you have a protagonist, you recruit crew members along the way. So we have this crew of 3 people right now. I'm pretty sure I'm unlocking a new crew member after this mission. It looked like it when it showed the rewards for the mission, that there will be a new crew member after that. And you can get personal missions for those crew members as well and stuff like that. All like in a Mass Effect, but this combat system is, well, turn-based. So let's talk about that, shall we? So this is the protagonist, and he's sitting here right now, and I'm fighting those 5 guys who are protecting the entrance to a research facility, which I'm going to infiltrate, or I'm trying to infiltrate. So we have to get rid of them. They're in cover though, however, so that's a problem. There's half and full cover in the game. The game displays those pretty well. When the cover symbol is red, you are not actually in cover there because people can flank you, and flanking is pretty effective in this game. Cover works a little bit different than in XCOM, however. You basically have 3 different hit chances. You either have 100%, you have 50%, or you have 0%. I didn't saw anything else so far. So it's less RNG-ish as in XCOM than in XCOM, because you're more like, in most cases you have a better idea of what's going to happen when you shoot at someone. So when you're in full cover, you're not gonna get hit. You can, however, destroy the cover. So as you can see, if I aim at this guy, it says cover damage, because I'm not actually gonna hit him, but I'm gonna hit the cover, which will not be destroyed immediately, but usually they go down in 2 or 3 shots, depending on the type of cover. And if you're in half cover, I think this guy's in half cover, yeah, you have an accuracy of 50%, as you can see there. And if they're too far away, they're just out of range, you can't hit. So range is not a factor on the accuracy. You will always deal full damage, so the pulse rifle deals 20 damage if I hit someone with it, so that's just the full damage. You have a critical chance, which is a little bit more RNG, I guess, but it's nothing you depend on usually, because the chances are fairly low, like as you can see here, 15%, so it's nothing you'd put into your calculation. If you get it, it's nice, but usually you don't depend on it. So that's how the core mechanics work. You have 2 actions. A full action or primary action and a secondary action. You can use the primary action for shooting or using skills, and a secondary action for smaller things like walking, for example, or you can sprint by using the secondary and the primary action for walking. And there are some skills that can be done with the secondary action. Usually reloading is a primary action. However, I got a skill for this guy which reduced it to a secondary action. So I could actually reload on the secondary action, which is pretty useful, obviously. As you can see, I have 4 shots here in the gun. I should start playing, shouldn't I? So let's see what I'm gonna do. I think I'm going over here because I'm in a good spot to shoot from here, and I'm still in full cover. So let's go over there and do some shooting. You can actually shoot before you move, or move before you shoot, whatever you please. Different than in XCOM, for example, where shooting usually ends your turn. Didn't really give me a flank, but I think it's still a good idea to just shoot this guy. Probably I could have used my hook to get in a better position. Oh, let's do that sometime else, maybe next turn. So I guess I'm gonna shoot this guy. That sounds like a decent idea, and hope that I hit with the 50% chance. Like, it's not great to take those shots. Oh, I got a crit. Well, that was lucky, I guess. That took him down. Because, like, yeah, 50% and is not great. So, yeah, you usually want to avoid that and want to get full hit shot, like 100% hit chance shots, but sometimes you just don't get that. This guy can hack shields, but those guys don't have shields, so that's not really all that useful. I don't think I get a good shot here. This is my robot guy, by the way. He's a cyborg. Well, not really a cyborg. Like, it's an AI in a robot chassis. So he's called Zero. Not very creative, I know. I don't know, I'm full cover here? Well, okay, I'm half cover in this direction, full cover this direction. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna use her first. So she is actually melee based, which is interesting. There are a lot of melee based skills in this game actually. Which is pretty different to XCOM, but there is a lot of melee. So she is melee based. She deals 25 damage with her Sensate's Focus melee attack. However, these guys have a special ability. They have Guerrilla Warfare, which means this unit is immune to Overwatch, which is 1 point, and this unit will automatically fire against any enemy that gets close to them, which is dangerous. So I could just run up to him and hit him in the face, but that would give them a free shot at me, which is not something I want. However, she has some cool skills that let me dash towards them, which probably ignores that ability, I think, at least. Well, we're gonna find out. So I have to fire dash, which is really nice. Did some AoE damage and burns the enemies. However, I'm not sure I can hit 2 guys with it. Maybe there, right? I get a line of sight here. I can't get a hit on the left guy, though. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, very unfortunate. So yeah, not great. I could use the Earth Dash, but I don't think I have line of sight for it. Well, I could move first and then, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's do that. So I move over here. Yeah, let's go there. It's not important to stay in cover here because I'm gonna move again anyway, but I just wanted to get a line of sight on this guy. So I'm going to use the Earth Dash. The Earth Dash deals 30 damage, and if you push them into a wall, it deals another 60 damage. So this will actually, like, he only has 30 HP. Every bar is 10 HP, so that should just get rid of him immediately. And it doesn't trigger the Guerrilla Warfare ability. She's in a bad spot now, though, because she's flanked by those guys, which is not great. But she has a lot of HP. She should be fine. Actually, she has less HP than the other characters, I think. But, well, so Overwatch is not helping, so I cannot actually cover her with Overwatch. So I guess what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to try to flank them, maybe? Can flank? I can get here. That's a sprint, though. I can only get here. Could get there, and that's not going to allow me to shoot, though. Well, it gives me a half cover shot on this guy, but I can do that from back here as well. Not great, not great. I could try flanking this guy. Not the worst idea ever. Yeah, maybe that gives him a free shot there because I get very close to him. Kind of want to avoid that. So I guess I'm just going to go here for support and try to get some shots off. So let's move over there. Oh, I could use the other ability. That's not really helping. He has the Disruption Protocol ability, which it moves enemies around. Basically a little, like a mini black hole, basically. But it's not going to be helpful here. Let's not hack. Hacking is not useful against those guys because they don't have shields. I would just Overwatch here usually, but yeah, they have Guerrilla Warfare, so that's not gonna help. Overwatch works the exact the same as in XCOM, by the way. However, I think it has a 100% hit chance. So whenever someone moves in your, actually it doesn't work like in XCOM. Let me revert that. So you have a cone of fire basically, and whoever is walking into that is getting shot. Well, the first person who's moving into that, or is the first enemy who's moving in that area is gonna get shot. So that works a little different than in XCOM. Let's not do that, however. Yeah, let's just take the shot and hopefully, well, I'm not gonna take him out, but weaken him a little bit, hopefully. That's good. And that will end my turn. So yeah, they will get some shots and probably. The AI is not great, but it's not stupid either, usually. Sometimes it uses Overwatch when it could just flank shoot me, but yeah. Right now it's sprinting for no apparent reason, instead of getting some shots off, which is a weird choice. As I said, the AI is not great. I think, for the most part, it wasn't stupid so far, but that was a pretty dumb move. Sometimes it's not aggressive enough, I feel. And sometimes it runs into your Overwatch, but it's not completely terrible. Let's just put it that way. That's a flank shot, so I can take him out for sure. Let's see what the other characters can do first, though. Like, she has a lot of range. She can move and then use her fire dash. Oh, fire dash. Hi. Yeah, wait, can see if I hit that. Can I hit that? Let's rotate the camera a bit. I think I can. I don't think I can hit both. Oh, god damn it. Still, I want a fire dash, I guess, but maybe not those guys. Okay, she can get wherever, so he's important because he's the most limited. But he can get some Maybe you can get, can I get a flank with him? With 0? Probably not. Like if I go over here, that's a sprint. That's not a flank. Probably not. So 0 is just gonna take a 50% chance, 50% shot at someone. I guess I'm just gonna move him over here. It shows that I'm flanked because those guys can't see me, but they will be busy with other stuff. So let's move over here, take the 50% shot at this guy. Just not gonna take him out, even if it hits. Oh, nice. Good shots on 0 so far. That's nice. Then he... Wait, I think the fire dash is actually doing enough damage to kill someone. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the flank shot on this guy. Potentially move afterwards to get in a better position. Actually, I probably don't need to. Well, we'll see. First things first. Let's move over here. And take him out with a fire dash. There we go. If he would have survived, he would be burning now. There's actually the one minor grip I have with the game is especially when you use the dash abilities. Like if you're doing a movement thing, you see like you see that the mouse cursor. No, actually no. If you're next to cover, the mouse cursor is snapping. But if you here, it is not. And if you're doing the dash ability, then it's not even snapping in cover. And that's a little annoying because you, like, as you could see, since I put her right next to cover, she is actually in cover now. But the UI didn't give me feedback on that. I was just guessing that I would be in cover afterwards. That's a minor detail, which it's a little annoying though. It would be nice that the indicator for the fire dash works the same or similar to the one. Actually, there would be a downside as well. Like if it would be snapping, you could not position it as freely. There should be the option, however. That would be nice. Or which should just indicate if you would be in full cover or in cover afterwards. That would just be very useful. Anyway, let's see. Where can I go? Maybe I can flank him. I can probably flank him from here. It puts me in danger though because I'm not in cover afterwards. And he's not actually getting free shots here, so... Can I just shoot him? Oh wait, never mind. I shot already. I'm just about to move. Never mind. I don't want to actually flank him. He's flanking me here, interestingly enough. Sometimes the line of sights are a little weird. Yeah, he can flank. Like this is not in cover. I guess it's probably a 45-degree angle that puts you in cover, I assume. So that's not in cover. This is, however, probably. It's actually fairly easy to flank in this game in comparison to other, like to XCOM, for example. Let's actually just get there. That seems to be a good hiding spot. It's full cover. He's not gonna flank that because it's way too far away for him. He's just taking the shot here at the cover, so that's his death sentence. So let's just take him out by moving over here. I'm not out of ammo, right? Well, I have 2 other characters, I should be good. No, I'm not out of ammo. And take him out. And that's a nice thing about the accuracy mechanic. Like, you can just be sure to take guys out in those situations and you're not getting screwed by RNG. Which is way less frustrating, let's put it that way. So, is the combat system as tense as an XCOM? I guess not. Like, it plays a little similar to XCOM or, like, to high-tech XCOM. Like, I'm talking about the first XCOM because that's the one I played a lot. The combat system feels a little bit like high-tech XCOM on normal difficulty or something. Like, you're fairly tanky, you're gonna take some shots, it's not the end of the world if you get hit. It's not like you don't want to get hit. It's not just a grind. A lot of tactic games just boil down to stats grinding, like who deals more damage per turn. This is not it. There's definitely some positional advantage and stuff going on, and there are definitely some interesting tactical decisions to make. But it's not as crazy as an XCOM where every move counts, basically, and you don't want to get hit at all, especially because you regenerate. Like, even if you get hit in one combat, you will heal some of it, not all of it, but some of it towards till the next encounter. And there's no permanent damage between missions. Even if you go down, you can be picked up again, and then you will be wounded, but not dead, and stuff like that. Like, it's not as punishing as XCOM, which makes it a little less tense. However, it's also harder to avoid getting hit completely. Especially because the maps are fairly small and the shooting, like the ranges of shooting are fairly short. But the movement in comparison to the movement speed, like you can get, like you can flank someone almost every time, especially because the flanking is pretty generous for the most part. So enemies will hit you, also because they can just destroy your cover. If there are 5 enemies all shooting at you, well, the cover will not save you. The first 2 will shoot the cover, but the others will hit you. So you will take some damage, you will take some hits. It's all about like minimizing those hits and taking out the enemies efficiently. But it's not a pure stats grinder, so it's still very interesting and engaging combat system. I actually like it a lot. It could be a little bit more tense, definitely. I would like it to be a little bit more about avoiding hits than it is right now, to get a little bit more, a little closer to XCOM, I guess. But that's actually really hard to achieve. Most games fail at this, and this is pretty good at it already. So yeah, I'm not complaining too much. Okay, so again, she's kind of in a bad spot because those guys have the guerrilla warfare ability, which annoys me a bit because she's actually mini-based and I can't get in their range without using my abilities. But that's fine. Let's just use abilities because that's what they're for. I could also instead, I could use the disruption protocol first to get them closer to each other. Actually, the disruption protocol is has an even smaller circle. Still, I could use it to pull someone towards another one and then just take 2 guys out with the fire thingy. Okay, that depends on if Zero has has another decent move. You can get some 50% shots off. That's not terrible. But again, like as I mentioned earlier, the maps are fairly small. Like there's not a lot of moving space here. This is one of the, like this is pretty narrow, like even for this game, but there's usually not much more than this. Like sometimes you have like 1 more part of cover or something, like 50% more space, I guess, or maybe twice than like twice the area you have in here, but like not necessarily the area. The area is fairly big, but it's fairly narrow, as you can see here. There's not a lot of, well, freedom here. So that seems to be a theme with the game so far, which like it stops me from actually flanking this guy. Because there's no way of like moving around here, for example. I would like to see. I think that would probably make it a little bit more interesting. Like make weapons a little bit more deadly, just reduce hit points, whatever. Increase weapon ranges, make maps bigger, and decrease movement speed. I think that would actually make combat more interesting, but that's also obviously personal opinion. Like that's like people have different tastes and like different things. But what I just described would make the combat probably a little bit more XCOM-y, without the RNG bullshit though. So that's a plus. I actually like if I say RNG bullshit, I'm actually not like I don't have a problem with RNG. I have a problem with XCOM hiding stat modifiers or hit chance modifiers, but that's a different story. Let's not talk about that in this video, shall we? Anyway, so he could get some 50% shots off, but those are not great. So instead, I could use the disruption protocol to pull like maybe this guy on this guy over there. It's not actually moving out of cover. Well, it doesn't have to. It just has to get him closer to this one. So I get a good fire dash off. What could he do? Could probably move around here and flank someone. Is this flank? Probably not. This would be a flank. That's a sprint though. He can't get that far. So he's not getting... Wow, I forgot to mention his main ability, which is the grappling hook. The grappling hook gives me way more range. So let's see if I can make that... Get that to... well, make use of that. The grappling hook is a secondary ability. So I can just grapple there, get a good flank shot off. That's nice. I'm gonna be flanked by this guy next turn though. I guess I'm gonna take that risk. Yeah. As I said, like in XCOM you would not do that. Because that would be terrible, because this guy would just shoot you and you would take lots of damage and that would not be great. But in this game you can take those risks. Actually I cannot grapple here because I don't have a line of sight. Too bad. Too bad. Where do I have a line of sight? Nowhere useful. I guess I could go there. I mean, only in half cover anyway. I guess I could move to full cover. I guess I'll move to here. Let's move to, yeah, let's move here. Let's move here, that's better. See what I can shoot from here. Which is probably not that guy, not that guy. Oh, I actually can't shoot that guy either. Okay, I can only shoot him. Again, I would just Overwatch, but that's not a thing against those enemies, so that's a little unfortunate. He has the command thingy, which is kind of cool. It heals allies and weakens enemies, but I usually use it for healing. It weakens and pins the enemy, however, which is kind of good, but not against those mooks here because it's just just wasted. I'm just gonna take a shot at this guy and hope that I hit. I did, and I critted. Well, I'm pretty lucky so far. I mean, that's going well. That's going very well. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do what I was planning earlier. So I'm run up here to get in full cover, especially because this guy is out of the equation. Use the disruption protocol to... Yeah, to do what exactly? Doesn't really matter, I guess. Just gonna pull this guy over here. There we go. And now I should be able to hit both with a fire dash. Oh, no? Oh, there, but that's not a valid position. Oh, god damn it. Don't tell me that was a waste. No! I can't do it. Oh, no, 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 no! I misclicked. I didn't want to do... I'm hitting... I didn't hit any. Wow. Well, that's... that sucked. let's just run. I wonder if this will trigger the ability if I run away from them. It might. If so, I take 2 shots. See, that would be bad. Let's just run anyway. Oh god. That was the worst misclick ever. Oh boy. So I got pretty lucky so far, but I'm screwing it up for myself. So. Okay, he's shooting the cover. Not too big of a deal, I think. Even if another one shoots at it, like she's still in cover. That's fine. That was so dumb. I didn't want it to do that. Oh boy. Well, they're taking out the other cover as well. Oh no, he's gonna flank. Wait, he doesn't have a line of sight from there. Never mind. They're trying to get in position. He's... Okay, that was a flank. Ouch. Flanking doesn't deal more damage, by the way. It's just giving you the 1% hit chance. And now my flaming dash is down. That would be a triple kill, I think. Maybe. Like if I get a... Probably here, that might be a triple kill. But I don't get it. However, I can get a double kill. So let's do that. That's... this is... No. If I do this, I'm dead because I get 2 free shots. I hope for a double kill. I mean, maybe I can still do it. Let's see. Can I get... No, I can't get close to them. Oh, it sucks. So badly. You know what? Screw those guys. I'm just going over here. I could dash at him, but that puts me like in a position where I'm in the area, like in the hitting area of those guys, which means I can't run away, which means I'm not in cover. So let's just dash at this guy. Oh, I have to move first. Oh god damn it, I don't like this. If I have to move first, I can't move afterwards, which means I can't go into cover afterwards. Should have moved there last turn. That would allow me to dash there. Still gonna do that, I think. Well, let's see first what the other characters do. So I could grapple again. Right, he's totally out of cover though, right? If I go there, I can flank him, I think. If that's not blocking line of sight, that is. Like, he definitely has a shot. What? Oh yeah, he's on the wrong side, but when he moves, he can, so... I think he's actually gonna do that. That makes the most sense, because he's not gonna get that far. He has a grappling hook. Well, I'm probably not in position to grapple. Anyway, let's do that anyway. I'll go there, see if I can get a shot here. Yeah, I do. If I don't crit... Wow, another crit? What's going on? Is there a bug that gives me 100% chance, 100% crit chance or something? I'm super lucky with my crits right now. Well, Critting him gives me more options. Kind of. I mean, I can go over here as soon as she moves and shoot him. But I'm out of cover if I do that. I mean, he can take it though. It's not too big of a deal. And someone will be out of cover at the end of this turn anyway. So let's do that. So the question is, what is she doing? Forgot her name, by the way. It says there. Alice. Okay. He's 0 and he's Christopher Peter. Maybe I'm just healing her to not get killed. Like, that might be a thing. Actually, healing is a free action. Like, let's do that for sure. I have, like, all of my characters have a med kit. There are other consumables, but I've found the med kit the most useful. Basically, they replenish after the mission. I mean, now she's back at good HP, so... Can I somehow get the double kill here? What I'm meaning with double kill is I can use the Earth dash to push one of them into the other one, which would kill both. I mean, I can do it, but I'm gonna take a shot. But it's only one now after I cleanse this guy. I think I'm gonna do that, because that seems pretty efficient. So, let's go there, take one shot. Which hurts, but allows me to get the double kill, hopefully. It didn't hit the other one because it was... when I saw where she stood, I was like, this might be a little bit off angle. It would be nice to have better UI indicators for that, I guess. Kind of hard to implement, but yeah, that kind of screwed me now. Okay. I mean, let's just go all out now. Try to take them. I think he's taking... He's actually not in cover. Oh, he destroyed his cover. Yeah, I'm gonna go here and shoot him. I'm flanked by this guy, but whatever. There we go. Now Wallace will not kill him, actually. I mean, I could just... Let's do that. To make sure she's not dying, I'm going to command her, which heals her and buffs her. And hopefully makes her live till the next turn. Let's see what the enemies do. They take a shot at him, that's okay. He was supposed to tank that. He was shooting the cover. As I said, the AI is not great. I think improving the AI would, well, go a long way with this game. He's taking the flank shot, okay. So she heals again, like that's the, right, let me show you the command ability really quick. So in target ally is healed 10% HP, inspired and hastened for 2 turns, or yeah, for 2 turns, or you can use it on the enemy. And inspired means your unit's health is restored by 10% of their max HP on cast and then at the beginning of each turn. So yeah, as you can see, she healed again, which is kind of good. I don't have any, oh gosh, I don't have any abilities. So if I want to hit him, I'm actually going to take another shot, and it's not even going to kill him, because the melee attack is not dealing enough damage. I might just use the water dash. The water dash dashes to an ally and heals the ally. She can do it on her own to heal herself, though. So let's actually do that, and then just run away, I guess. But please tell me I'm not in his hit range. It doesn't show right now. Oh, there. Where do I have to put the mouse to see the circle? There, okay, yeah, okay, he's hitting me if I'm gonna run. That's a pain. I'm still gonna do it. Actually, maybe not. You know what, no, I'm just gonna stand there. Because if I run away, he might just get 2 shots, because he shoots at me when I run away, and then he follows me up and shoots again, which is not what I want. So instead, let's try to take out the other guys. Probably go over here, flank him from there. It's only half cover, but should be okay. Yeah, let's get there. Take him out, so we have one enemy less to worry about. And yeah, she still has a move left, but as I said, I'm not going to use it. Let's just end the turn. No, he destroys the cover. I'm okay with that. As long as nobody follows up on it. Which they don't. So that was the one shot, but now my fire dash is back up. So let's use that to take this guy out. And I should be able to take the other guy out with the other two characters by just flanking him a lot. Which might be harder than which might not be as easy as I thought it would be. If I run there, I take a shot, which is actually not a problem. Never mind. Yeah, I take a shot, but he will. It's his first shot this battle, and he will heal a little bit. Actually, I think he has the ability to completely heal. Like one of the characters had got unlocked the ability to heal completely after every encounter. So I'm just gonna take the shot and run here. Take him out. And if he would not have the guerrilla warfare ability, I would just take him out with the melee attack. Because this new melee weapon I found last battle deals 40 damage, which is a ton. But he's... Well, actually, maybe he can only use his ability once, I'm not sure. It doesn't show the circle. Let's switch the melee weapon, just for lols. Yeah, I think I can do that. Oh, there's actually, by the way, I didn't show you that because I don't engage those guys in melee usually. There's a mechanic called the melee lock. If you engage someone with a melee attack, they will be locked with you in a melee battle. And if they try to do something else than hitting you, like running away or shooting someone else, you get a free hit at them. And so that's pretty cool. And also, if someone tries to shoot someone who's in a melee lock, he gets, like, melee lock basically works as 50% cover, like half cover. It reduces accuracy by 50% or to 50%. And however, the lady, what's her name again? Lucia or something? No, what was her name? Alicia, I think. No, Alice. Alice was Alice. So Alice has an ability when she melee locks someone. It doesn't give cover to them, so she can melee lock someone, and then you have free rain on him with range attacks as well, which is pretty cool mechanic. In general, I like the melee lock mechanic a lot because it just works really well. Like it gives melee characters like a purpose. Obviously not against those guys because, well, they are basically the counter to melee. But in other battles, I use it to great effect. It's a really cool mechanic. Basically, it gives you an attack of opportunity, to talk in D&D terms, when you lock them in melee. And melee is pretty strong, so that works quite well. So yeah, and she has a lot of mobility. Like I really like playing with her. Like it just works well. Like her kit is cool with all the dashing and stuff, movement abilities, and also a lot of damage. And she's in the middle of the fight, but she still manages to do well. And if she takes too much damage, she can just dash out again. She has as I said, a lot of mobility, or lock the enemies in a melee battle and stuff. So that's just really cool. Let's see what's behind that door. Kind of want to get out of, like, I don't want to show you another battle. I want to show you the other mechanics. I'm actually not sure if I can do that. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna end the mission here. So, we get some story. I don't think there will be major spoilers here. So, let's just watch this. I would read it out, but I can't pause the text. Sometimes it waits for my for confirming the dialogue, and sometimes it just continues with it. And since I can't stop it, I'm probably not going to be fast enough, so I prefer to just not read it out loud. So, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna quit to main menu This will, I think, cancel the mission. And that allows me to show you the stuff between the missions. Let's take it. Well, we can do that later. Okay, so I press continue now. You can start multiple games, by the way, so they are save slots, but they're all like in a single save file mode. Like they're all Iron Man mode, basically. She's also on your ship. She's not part of your crew, however, so don't get confused by that. She's part of your crew, but not part of your squad. You cannot pick her in battle or for missions. So yeah, I think they're planning on having multiple game modes. Because when I started the game, it said something about the current game mode, but there was no selection. Like, there's only this one game mode right now where you can't save manually, just save whenever. However, you can still save scum, kind of, by, well, quitting out of the mission, as you could see here. So the system is not super super stable yet, I guess. I guess they will rework the game modes a little bit until release, I hope at least. So this is your main game screen between the missions, basically. You have this thing, which it's like sometimes you have dialogue here. It's like sometimes you talk to those characters, but for the most part you go here and you can choose a mission from here. It will show up here with the short description and rewards down here. Then you have your skill screen, where you get skill points per mission, which you can spend on these various skill trees, which have pretty cool abilities. Well, not kind of like the abilities are they're a little bit iterative, I guess, but it's still like it's not the most amazing skill tree ever, but it kind of works. You can focus on different things, and that's kind of cool, like for all the characters, obviously, as you can see here. Usually they can upgrade all their base abilities and have like some two main ability trees, which gives them some benefits. Like this one, flanker's movement range is increased, for example. This one would allow me to sprint without using both actions, which makes him really fast, actually, which would be interesting. Oh, I didn't see I can do this. No, wait, I got this already. Yeah, no, by unlocking tier 2, I got this upgrade, which increased my health by 20. Yeah, that's how this works. There are other things like tank is fully healed after combat ends, and tank gains 10 HP at the beginning of each turn, like that. She can, as I said, upgrade abilities, or yeah, this is the one I was talking about. The chances of duelist allies successfully shooting at a melee locked enemy are no longer reduced. She can also get this, which is completely pointless on this character. Supports... Oh no, never mind, I misread that. Supports allies enter combat with an additional round of ammo. That's actually useful. I thought it would increase her ammo, which is pointless because she doesn't have ammo, but that's actually useful. I might pick that later. You didn't see me reloading, but I was basically lucky. As soon as a combat takes a few more turns, you run out of ammo fairly quickly. 4 shots. I think 4 shots is on his rifle. I think he only has 3 shots, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe he has 4 as well. So yeah, you have skills here. Then this tree. You have standings with 7 different groups. You also have standings with all your companion characters. You have an ideology, which is dependent on the choices you pick. So in the missions, you don't really... I don't think you take major choices, maybe, but didn't feel so far. But you have different dialogue options, and they basically go in different directions. And it's not like good and evil, it's like independent, autocracy, humanism, and bureaucracy. And depending on what you pick, you change your ideology, which also affects your faction and character standings, by the way. But also options you take or missions you complete will also change those standings. And I'm not quite sure how this will play out in the end game, but I assume you gain certain benefits from having those standings high. At least the game said that you want to have those as high as possible, if possible. So there's that, and then you have this screen, which is basically some stats and achievements and stuff. But yeah, this is the important one with the missions. And as soon as you go into a mission, you get the equipment or the payload screen, where you choose the companions you pick into battle. I don't have that many available right now, but there are 6 more to unlock. So you choose the character. Well, I couldn't because I can't select him again because he's selected already, which is a little silly. Then you click on the equipment of the characters and you can change the weapon. So I could pick a pistol instead, for example, or swap the dagger out for melee or for the pistol. You can change the consumables. There's the med kit, the cleanser, which is, by the way, not... This is lying. It says that it would heal 20 HP on it, right? And also remove all status effects, but it only heals for 10. So this is not that useful in my opinion. So is the stimulus. Well, if it would heal for 20, I would always pick it over the medkit. But because the medkit only heals for 25. Well, not true. I would pick it over the medkit in the beginning of the game. But as soon as your HP get higher, this might be more useful. Because this heals for 10 HP or 20 HP, according to the tooltip, but it's not true. And this heals 25% of targets and allies maximum health, which is obviously more if you have more than 100 HP. So yeah, medkit becomes more useful in the late game, I guess. And there's stimulants, which I don't find that useful. It gives you a hastened and strengthened to target ally, but I don't know. Healing is just more powerful right now, at least. So I don't know. I usually pick medkit with all my characters so far. A little bit weird is they all have their separate equipment. So as you can see, I have the dual daggers here. I actually wanted to use them on her. So this was the equipment when I found the daggers and was like, oh cool, now I can use the daggers on her. And I clicked here and the daggers don't show up because she has her own equipment and she cannot use or doesn't have any short range, long range, and heavy weapons available either. So she only has the melee attack right now, but she has 3 active abilities, I guess. He, however, has 2 slots and he can use whatever in those slots, or at least those 3 weapons of choice. So I'm not 100% sure if they actually share the weapons and just have certain locks to them, or if the weapons are actually character specific. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Because they both use the Pulse Rifle Mark 1, but I'm not sure if I found another eligible weapon for that, if I could give it to either of them, or if if the weapons are just specific to the character. I'm repeating myself. Anyway, so yeah, that's the payload screen. It also gives you some information about the enemy stats down here, which is a little weird because they are like this. I guess it's the average enemy in this level or something. Probably, I don't know. Also, this will probably be unlocked later in the game, I assume, or later in development. I'm not sure. Oh, this is the Doomsday Clock, by the way. So if this fills up with every mission you take, and if you fail a mission, I think it fills up a full third of the clock. And if it fills up completely, the game is over, and you get a bad ending. You have to get to the good ending before it fills up, basically. So let's go to the main menu really quick and show you the settings menu, and then we wrap this up. For some reason, the music in the main menu is a little louder than in-game, which is a little irritating. So you have, the options menu is okay. You have resolution settings, you have preset quality settings, no specifics, however. Well, you can turn on and off anti-aliasing. Okay. Same for ambient inclusion blue. And you have full screen and window mode, no borderless window mode, unfortunately. And as I said, no more detailed graphics settings. I mean, the game runs fine on my PC, but I have a pretty decent PC. It would be nice to have more control over this, I guess. Also, key rebinds would be great. There are not that many hotkeys, but there are some. It would be nice to have A, more hotkeys, and B, be able to rebind them. That would be good. 2 separate sound sliders, which is okay. There's no voice volume or anything because there's no voice in the game. And you have some options here, which I need to have. I'm not sure why camera rotation is in gameplay. Well, I guess because there's no control tab, but still. I should probably reduce that a little bit. It's really fast right now. Scrolling speed is fine, I think. I could be a little slower as well, I guess. So yeah, that's the options menu. It's as I said, it's okay. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Well, yeah. I guess that's all I wanted to say about this game. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that on the back burner, wait for the full release next year, and then maybe do a full playthrough. A full playthrough is supposed to not last that long, actually. Like, they say that every run, quote unquote, takes you around 9 hours or something. So this seems to be a game I can beat. Apparently, you're supposed to replay it. I'm not sure if that's going to be worthwhile. I guess you can make some decisions with companions and stuff, like which companions to take, and maybe for the story as well. So far, it was fairly linear. You had multiple missions to choose from, but actually, yeah, I couldn't take the other missions, but I'm not sure what besides the reward, obviously the result of that was that I got a different reward and I got different standings. But I'm not sure what the consequences of those will be later on, so I can't really judge on that yet. But as I said, I'm definitely going to take another look on when this actually releases, because, yeah, I definitely enjoyed my time so far. I think I played it for 4 hours now or something along those lines, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty good. I really like the combat system. It's XCOM-like, but it's more like, I don't know, more deliberate, I guess. No, not deliberate is the wrong word, but it's more consistent because there's less RNG. I really like those combat systems where you don't have like those crazy hit chances of like 69% hit chance or something, and more like streamlined stuff where it's more clear what your hit chance will be and not so many factors factoring in. So yeah, you get 50% in half cover, 0% in full cover, and 1% in flanking position or no cover. So that works very well for me. I really like this kind of gameplay. As I said earlier, I would like to see map size increased, weapon range increased, and movement speed decreased a little bit, and lethality increased a little bit as well. I really would dig that. Make sure you don't nerf melee with that though too much, because that would be a shame, because the melee system in this game works really well, which is like melee, like interesting melee in XCOM style tactics game is fairly unusual as far as I know. I'm not sure why the music broke now, by the way. Well, I guess it's early access. So yeah, I really dig the melee system in this game. It's just enjoyable. Like, yeah, I'm start rambling. I can't talk either anymore. So that's two reasons to end the video. I'm rambling and I can't make proper sentences anymore. Words. So let's wrap this up. It's called Element Space. Link is in the description below. It's supposed to fully release next year. It's in early access right now. Check it out for yourself if you're interested. I'm THPoint. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm gonna go to bed now. Thanks a lot for watching. Have fun and see you next time. The music is back.